All right. Oh, here, I gotta close this door really quick first.
No problem.
But,
No problem. Nothing's happening.
coming into round one, I mean, early picks right from the get-go. Salient and Twisted both being taken down by unknown players. Ethics and Talks picking up the first 2 kills in the match. I'm going to quickly go and close this door.
Yeah, I was eating a sandwich. All right, there's 3 to go right now. 3 down over on Alfredo. Actually, no, never mind. He resurrected. He looked like he had no health. Now he's dead. Method gets taken out by Talks. 2 remaining left. Shank gets taken out by Shell. And now it's up to Chaser in a 1v5 situation. Let's see if we can go for him. He's just working his way to lockers. We're behind White House. He's got one pushing close with the shotgun. Oh, and he gets them taken. And there's a Caseman going down. That's the tournament organizer. Everyone respect him. He's an amazing gentleman. 4v1 situation now with Chaser left.
Yeah, nothing too crazy is going to have to happen. Yeah, Ballsack easily taken out by Talks. Players to watch for this game, I would definitely say Ethics and Talks both on the top of that list. And I'm familiar with maybe Saline and Method out of the other team, but you never know. But we could be surprised.
There's a lot to be had here. There's a lot of talent. Ethics taking out Saline really quickly, though. Talks taking heavy damage. Actually, he's falling back from the allies. Looks like they're pushing inside.
Yeah, and Caseman's going to get a couple quick tags onto the enemy team there in Church, which is huge. Just putting a lot of pressure onto that window, as you can see, and getting a couple more hit markers. Not able to get anything from White House. Focusing on the Caseman. Let's maybe pop over to Shank as he's trying to entry in as he gets 1 on Talks in Orphanage, which is massive. Opening up that half the map, and Caseman going to be picking up Method through the smoke with a picking up 2. Basically just doing random pre-fires with that M1 Garen. That's huge.
Very huge. Shank's taking damage though from Orb as his last one remaining for his team. 4 to go.
Allies eliminated.
And the allies, Shell with a nice little cleanup. So 2-0 early start for unknown players up against Alfredo. I'm just going to go over the lineups really quick. Up unknown players, that's Shell Shock, Toxic, Ethics, Caseman, and Trump. And then we have on the opposite side Alfredo. We have Ballsack Chaser, who I believe is I'm unfamiliar with his normal name. And then you have Shank, Saline, Twisted, and Methods.
Shellshock gonna play aggressive here in the muddy though. Let's see if he kills here. He pushes aggressively and Shank punishes him for that aggressiveness.
Yeah, Trump gonna get that pick over from 3rd Hobo or 2nd Hobo, and you know it's just this is a very German-sided map to begin with. A lot of control points, a lot of choke points, and if you're able to hold your spots without over-committing to a whole lot of stuff, it's it's pretty fucking easy.
Exactly. You gotta hold the car angles and you can win the round with ease. So what a big complaint was in Battalion. People were like, "Why does the defense get 1-shot guns?" But
well, you know what? And the pacing in Call of Duty 2 is completely dictated by how quickly teams push in those choke points. I mean, the pacing in this could be really fast or really slow, but I've seen a lot of stuff as Twisted gets that kill onto Ethics on A bomb site, opening it up. Saline trying to get that pick and getting tagged, and Muddy very close to dying, but not quite there. And just like I was saying, while there's a little lull in the action here. Oh, Caseman gonna get headshotted. Free haircuts in mid from Saline.
Saline's on a roll right now. He's going for that 3rd, but unable to find it. Now it's all the Trump and 1v3.
Eliminated.
Yeah, and Saline popping off very nicely with that Springfield. Super strong gun. I mean, all of the snipers are pretty equally matched out. I'd say the Lee Einfeld sniper is probably the worst in the game. It just doesn't feel very good to use. Maybe it's just like the way that the textures are on the screen, but Shank gonna get picked up in the graveyard there as Twisted trades that kill with Talks, and then Saline getting that sniper kill into Ethics. It is now a 3v4 situation, excuse me, for Alfredo.
I'm gonna follow Method here. I think he's gonna be the one trying to make the play here. Going through Buddy here. He's gonna be the one.
So this is another reminder of that pace. I mean, you can have those Thompsons and really aggressively push angles. The Thompson has a high rate of fire, really accurate, especially when you scope it in. And then, you can really push a lot of those really tight choke points and get those kills on the rifles that are typically holding them. But I mean, if you're if you're playing it slow with those M1 Garand, it's not nearly as hard to get, or not nearly as easy, excuse me, to get those choke points.
Right. Absolutely agree. Who should we follow this round? You call this round. Who do you want to follow?
You know what? Honestly, I'm going to be following Ethics. Ethics with the other sniper going to have to hold it down. I mean, Saline is getting a ton of pressure on with that Springfield on the ally side. Ethics is going to have to match that kind of pressure, or else his team's just going to start getting picked. A lot of those angles that you're holding are very open to those sniper picks, and as Ethics and him are going to start taking shots at each other, not one but two from Ethics, both missing. Third shot, maybe, possibly. And he's lost him. He doesn't know exactly where he is. Hopping over to the graveyard area here, Shellshock holding it down, hoping to get that pick onto Greenhouse from Church. Not going to see anything. Going to do a couple of little shoulder peeks with the Car 98. Nothing. And then, you know, he is very close, though. Ballsack, I believe it's Ballsack and...
I'm just calling him Chaser.
Yeah, you know what? Chaser's probably the better
He's
the
probably
better one.
the better term.
we don't want to get Twitch banned this early on. Saline gonna get picked up by Shellshock holding that graveyard, and then there's a little bit of a crossfire happening from Orphanage as well. Toxic shoulder peeking, two in graveyard. Toxic gets Chaser with the nade. There's one more lone soldier twisted. Proning up and down in the graveyard behind the man. Shellshock hops on the MG very swiftly, takes him out with a nice little headshot, a little ra-ta-ta-ta.
You know it was going to happen. I was just waiting for that. Just press F key, dude. Press F key, get on the MG, finish it off. And sure enough, he does.
That's right. Now, okay, so what I'd like to do, and whoever's spectating, maybe just do a nice little brief overview of the entire map. You can see here, Dawnville is really well constructed as far as balance is concerned. The American side does have those choke points I had mentioned in Graveyard, as well as over towards Broken and, you know, Butcher and stuff like that. Excuse me. You know, you have a ton of areas, and then Mid Street obviously is the other one, but Mid Street is just a no-go zone for most teams.
Right. It looks like the Allies are pushing through Church, but gets denied by Ethics, and we got one lone American walking up middle, and that's Saline.
That's right. And when you're taking a one-on-one fight against a sniper rifle from that distance, I mean, you're probably going to lose unless that sniper is not really on their thing. You know, they're not on their game. So we have the American side coming up through mid. One is just proning in Muddy. Who is that? That again, one lone soldier shank, and then Saline with the Springfield trying to support him. And Toxic going to be taking down Chaser on the other side of the map. It is now coming down to a 4v2 situation with both allied players sitting in the middle of the street. Not quite sure what they're ready to do. They're not committing to anything at this time, as Caseman's going to kill Shank really easily, and it is now down to a 1v4 for Saline, who, you know, he might be able to do it. I would never count him out, especially with that sniper rifle in his hand. Let's take a peek.
Well, yeah, definitely watching him right now in a 1v4. He's going to probably run into the shotgun here in bottom school, but we'll find out.
Allies eliminated.
No, he runs into the other sniper.
Runs into the shotgun sniper. Basically the same thing.
Basically.
You know, and looking at the scoreboard disparity now, Shellshock and Tox both very, very high up on the scoreboard with 8 and 7 kills respectively. And the other side, for Alfredo, not quite able to, you know, get those kills up. Saline is definitely having the most impact on that team.
Method's taking a huge push in here through White. It's straight up the shotgun now. He's taking White as well. Oh, Method's going to make the play here. Trump's going to deny it. Trump's going to take it.
Trump's going to pick up Trump's going to take up a little double, but get traded out by Twists, bringing it down to that 2v3 situation for Alfredo, having that advantage on the ally side. You know, proning in third hobo, not quite committing to the B bomb site, even though it is completely empty, but they don't know that quite yet. Going to prone in.
Look at Shell.
And he's holding it.
Look where Shell is. Oh, I don't know if Saline hurt him. Push behind in Cafe, but Shell's going to be impactful here if he gets the pick here.
If he gets one, that's going to put him. Yeah, if he gets one, it's going to put him into a 2v2 situation with a great squeeze. You know, this is squeezing harder than GME right now. As Shellshock going into the third hobo. Oh, and his teammate's going to get taken out, putting him into the 1v2 situation. Shellshock is known for this. He is very talented when it comes to that rifle play. He's going to see him in the cottage. Not going to be at him. The other guy is pushing closer. and it is all down to Shell Shock with only 20 seconds left on the bomb. Shell's gonna pick up Saline, that's huge, but he's not quite sure where the other teammate is. He sees him jumping around the wall. He's not committed to quite anything yet. He's gonna jump around and get the third, and he's gonna get the defuse. That is humongous for Shell Shock. A brilliant 1v, well, what was a 2v3 that should have probably been a 2v3, but more of a 1v2 situation, and he's going to clean that up easily against Alfredo. Alfredo's going to feel bad after that one. That was an easy round for them.
Yeah, absolutely. They just misplayed their hand, but they had to peek. You know, they didn't know if he was defusing or not, so I put it in the 1v1.
That's right. My word, great round from Shock. Gonna watch Saline here now as he's peeking into that bottom Panzer area. He's not quite sure where the sniper is, can't see him. And Chaser gonna be picking up a nice little entry with the Thompson onto Shell Shock after Shell Shock just had that incredible round. That's gonna be a little bit tough for German to swallow. And Toxic gonna be picking up Shank with a nice little headshot there as well.
Toxic, don't count me out, but Twisted said I'm gonna count you out. Takes him out with a headshot with ease. Thompson.
Now, Dirty, who would you say? I mean, like Alfredo is quite a new team. I mean, Unknown Players has been playing together for quite some time since this all started to transpire with this league and stuff. What's your opinion on Alfredo? Have you played with any of these players in the past? Anybody really stick out to you?
For sure. I think I played with Method a little bit, Shank maybe a little bit in other games, but like. They're good. They're old school players like myself. So they've been around for a while. They know the game in and out. So, and a lot of Unknown is filled with relatively new people that to CoD2. They were CoD4 players that are learning like Tox and Trump, but they're doing pretty well actually. So they're really embracing it and kind of liking CoD2 more than they did CoD4, which is nice to hear.
Which is definitely to be expected. Yeah. And German side going to take that again. Unknown Players picking up their 6th round on this side. Yeah, I gotta say, Unknown Players is playing like a top right now, especially with Shell Shock leading the scoreboard with 11-4 scoreline, just doubling, double KD. It's impressive to say the least.
Yep, absolutely. Wow, 11-4. Yep, he's definitely doing the hard carry here, and 6-2, the Germans are securing their half really early. So they keep it up.
Yeah, I would say like this game is unlike CS:GO and Call of Duty 4, where you have a little bit of that. You have some time to win rounds on the ally side, but for this, if you get massive amounts of German rounds, that puts you in a huge deficit going over. To the defensive side if you played allies first. This is very, very lopsided.
It seems like people either get the ally side, they either get the streak in the beginning or in the end. You get them off guard in the beginning, and then they adjust and they hold, or you figure out their weakness eventually, and then get the last couple rounds to close up the gap. Because most games so far on Dawn have been close on the half, and then really the team that has the better German wins.
Yeah, the better German side is always going to prevail I would say 90% of the time. It's just such a strong side to get a couple of rounds in, and they're showing it again. Not a single player on German is currently down. Saline and Chaser last left for Alfredo. Not quite sure what they're going to do, but Saline is essentially still in their spawn, to be fair. He might pick up one on that half wall, not going to pick up the guy on the church boost. He's looking to get at least one to kind of even the score a little bit, but it's I'm not
at his back. That was the question.
I don't know. Like I think that might have been Tox. It was definitely Tox. Saline, not to expose you. Sorry, Tox. But Saline's going to pick up one.
Oh, Tox actually gets the kill. Saline running on middle with a tag.
Tox finally going to get at least one for his trouble there in the graveyard push, and picks up a Thompson for his efforts as well. And that's going to be a 7-2 scoreline for Unknown Players. Now, not to leave Alfredo out. I mean, bigger things have happened, crazier things have happened, but it seems like Unknown Players is really putting together that time that they've spent and stringing together rounds.
Catch her out on the cam.
Yeah, no, that. Oh, some nades coming over the top. Yeah, Shell Shock is actually a very aggressive peeker. I mean, that's a perfect example. He's not letting them take these choke points. He's literally going out and seeking these kills. He's not playing hard to get, and he's going to get taken down by Twist for that. It's a decent trade. Twisted going to turn on Toxic. My word, that was a nice little play from Twisted.
Yeah, there's a 1v3. Wow, he was in a 1v5. Now it's a 1v3. So
Yeah,
he's holding his
you
own.
know, he's holding his own. He has two weapons that are strong enough to do it. The Kar 98 and Thompson combo, if he's able to pick up at least 1 or 2 distance kills with this Kar 98, it's going to put him in a really good spot to try and get a bomb plant down. Trump, Ethics, and Caseman on the bottom of their scoreboard, respectively, but still doing really well in the game overall. Twisted going to be taking on one at the gate. Enemy at the gate style, not quite able to make it out of the church, and he's holding the line.
He's got the God combo with the Bolt and Thompson.
Yeah, that's one of those combos that you hope to pick up.
See where the Germans are. They got one at the fence, we got one at Panzerbox, and then one all the way at APC. So,
well, now it looks like Twisted's gonna do what I think that most players would do. He's just gonna keep trying to get those peaks and hope to crawl out eventually. He does get spotted from APC in mid. He gets spotted from the gate, but he's not sure where the third player is. The third player is literally waiting. Trump with the heart of gold level of patience. He's just waiting. He doesn't have to move. That's part of the Axis side on this map. You do not have to move from those positions. They got to come to you.
Unknown has definitely got some defense strats down there. They're holding it firm. Shellshock taking aggressive push in the church again. Taking out Method. He's definitely to watch.
Yeah, this is definitely his bread and butter right now. He is feeling it. He is triple KD essentially with 30 ping. And he's just going to keep going for these peaks, holding in church, not going to give up too much. And he misses the first shot. His teammate Ethics gets the kill on the guy pushing him, but there was one more shank, just not quite able to die. But hey, you know what? That's a good thing for him. Chaser going to be taken down with a nice, yeah, that was a great pick. Picks two. Ethics is cleaning up, and it is now a 4v1 situation. Ethics and Saline in a battle at the Bulge in church. Saline's trying his best. I got to give him credit. He is very, very close on a lot of these shots, but not able to connect. He's going to push him with the Thompson. Gets Tox. Let's see if he's able to bounce back. It is now a 1v3 situation. Saline, sniper in his hand with the Thompson on his hip, and he's taken down by Ethics after that long-standing battle in Muddy, just back and forthing, and he's not able to clean up, and that's going to give unknown players a 9-2 lead. You hate to see that.
Yeah, Ethics went huge that round with 3. That was big.
That's big dick energy right there.
Yeah. And Shell's taking aggro and gets punished by it, by Saline. Saline, I think, is the one that watched this round. I really think he's gonna. Oh, he's gonna take it aggressive. Scope here, running up.
I think they might finally pick up the pace. Yep. Not to criticize. There's one thing that I've learned from many years of playing Call of Duty 2 is that on Dawnville, if you take the fight to them and force those tight angles against the Kar 98s, you have that advantage. And Saline just popping off a random bullet into the gate with accuracy. Toxic behind, finally getting one of those flanks down. Tox getting shot at. He's going to miss, and he's going to get tagged down from the Thompson behind him, and Method's going to clean him up. Ooh. So it is now all down to Ethics and Trump. Chaser taken down by Ethics. Ethics holding on to the teammate. Method now trapped in hut.
Chilling in White House, hoping for the peak here in bottom school. Oh!
Trump trying to break back into the White House.
Bullet going right past him. He's got to be puckering after that one. That was really close.
You know what? With 45 seconds left, Ethics and Trump literally just have to hold. They don't have to take any super aggressive angles. But they don't have to try and get any kills.
They just each play a bomb site here and secure a 10-2 half. That's gonna be all they need.
Yeah, 10-2 half, and then three rounds just out of all of the rounds you could play. And Ethics is going to pick up that kill onto Method with a nice little peek down mid. Halftime score. I got to say it.
Shell.
I think that Shell Shock is going to pop off on the American side as well. I have seen him with that M1 Garand.
He's got no bolt. What's he going to do? Grand?
Hey, you know what? I have seen him with that M1 Garand. It's a strong play from him, especially because he's played this game for a decent amount of time now. I mean, they're putting in the hours, so hopefully he knows how to tippity tap, and away he goes. But I will not discount Alfredo. They do have a couple of old F players. You guys can finish the word. You know what I mean. But they do have a couple of old Fs, and you know what? Maybe they can rally back against some of those newer players, the people that might not necessarily be playing at the top of their level. Method with a 2-11 scoreline, excuse me. Trailing the bottom of the scoreboard. Hopefully his teammates can rally him up and make him feel a little better about what's going on, and they can pick up a couple of rounds now that they're on the easy side, let's call it that.
But if they don't win this, you know, hypothetical pistol round, they're going to be down the dumps because they need to.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on them right now to get a couple of opening kills. I mean, easy side is subjective when you're playing against unknown players who seem to just have a general feel for each other. They're able to peek things together and trade kills quite easily. So
yeah, the chemistry's there for sure.
Yeah, the chemistry building in this game is very important. I mean, at the end of the day, there is no economy, so all the weapons that you have are the weapons that you have.
Right. I was saying earlier, the economy is actually the second weapon in this game. It's secure it. Saline huge.
Saline doing some stuff. He's doing things, ladies and gentlemen. And Toxic gonna pick him up. Toxic gonna pick up Twisted. Toxic says, I can do it too. Picks up 2. Method's gonna kill Ethics with that shotgun. And
Tox going big with an open scope headshot. Tox going with a 4th headshot. Tox with a 4K.
If Tox gets this is the ace. It's a 1v1 with 1 kill remaining in his ace. Is he going to be able to pick it up? Gets spammed down, holding with that M1 Garen. This is a gun that he's known for using, hoping to pick up the kill. He gets the tag, and he's tagged down too. It is a 1v1 of the ace, and he gets the kill for the ace. Toxic, massive balls just straight onto the chin of Alfredo.
You know, I want to say one thing. He did a rap move by proning all the way up mud to get those 2 frags, but you know what? It paid off in the end, didn't it, Ratatouille?
You know what? It's the snake in the grass technique. He's just crawling away, hoping to get that.
You can't see rats. Snakes are easier to see. Tox find his ways. Shank takes out 2 real quick, putting Shell, Trump, and K-Fan.
Hey, you know what? Alfredo's wanting this round. It is now a 1v4. Well, it's a 1v4 now. Ethic's going to pick up a kill with the sniper rifle. He is in a tough position, but hey, they've been doing it. They've been able to keep these kills under wraps. And Ethics is going to just be chilling around in spawn. Going out to the skies now, up in the air, we can get a better view of exactly what he's going to have to do here. It looks like he might have to push into that graveyard area and try and get a nice hold. But we do have 1 German player sitting in church in the archway holding for that cross. So Ethics is going to have to be very, very sneaky, Ratatouille vibes again, and make his presence known eventually by getting at least 2 kills. That's 1.
You know,
you ask and you shot. You ask and you. That's right. Controlling it with hair. They are in the kitchen. Ethics is going to get swung by a pistol, though. And Saline, now known as the Barber, just going to be taking him out.
Oh boy, 11-3 though. Got plenty of time to close it out here, but I think they're gonna switch it up here and throw the Germans off track here.
Yeah, jumping up into the bird's eye view. Honestly, I think that this B play might be it. There's no reason to try and get mid control on this map, to be fair. It doesn't really provide a whole lot of utility by having the mid control, because flanking is not really a super common thing in Call of Duty 2. The pacing is just way, way, way too slow for any sort of flanks to be, hyper efficient. I mean, unless you want to throw things that are off, like you were saying.
Right.
And Talk's going to pick up 1.
Yeah. Method's going to hold white with a shotgun, classic position.
This is like the Hakeem Elijah one. Like this is literally classic Hakeem. Just massive presence in White House. Shellshock going to be picking up Saline with a nice little tippity tap on the head, and we're just watching Methods. Hopefully he's able to pick up 1, at least 2, in this position, because they're holding in mid street. Methods now going to be swinging. Chaser getting 1. Trump trading out Chaser, and Methods with his balls just drooping to the floor, jumps out into mid and gets 1. It's a 2v2 situation now.
Talks around today. Spot him in white. Look at this. Talks Panzer. What a rat he's screaming! What a rat!
You would never.
No,
I'm not
Tox,
quite.
what are you
I am not
doing?
quite sure. I think Tox is trying to play with him a little bit. I have never. In my 3 days of casting this game, I have never seen Tox miss that aggressy. But Trump able to clean it up. Yeah, he was struggling, but you know what? That's okay. This is an American suppression right now, as Tox taken out by a nice little SETI. Nice little SETI from Chaser. Trump going to try and get a pick here in mid with an M1 Garen. He's moving back and forth, doing a little jig at the tank. Teammate's going to be now having to trade him out as Trump gets spotted. Ethic's going to pick up the kill onto Shank as he's pushing up. And we are now down to one of those classic 4v3 situations for the Axis side with a ton of smoke.
I'm watching Saline here as he pushes in the stairs. Gets punished by his shell shock, who's chilling in cottage. Twisted's right there to trade him out, though. 1v3 situation here. All that's left is Ethics.
Allies eliminated.
And they get Method with a shotgun and smoke. And there's nothing you can do.
And that is exactly what Alfredo needs. They need that shotgun presence in mid because they're trying to take mid control. I'm not quite sure why Unknown Players is trying so hard to take mid. You could just push a site. There's no reason for this.
Right. They just don't want the wrap to happen.
That's right, but all you need is one round. I mean, realistically, you can push whatever angle you want now. You have the shots on your side. I mean, Toxic and Shell and Ethics are all playing out of their bonkers minds. And we're gonna watch Shell now in the graveyard. His teammates getting shot at. Two people just outside of church. Caseman gonna try and open it up by jumping into church like Superman, shooting around just at anything that he can try and possibly conceive might get a kill.
Ooh,
and Twisted is gonna do the same thing with a nice little hold.
Look at Ethics over here at the statue, trying to find a peek. He was a second too late to trade out his teammate there, but he's just going to hang out at the statue. As, Chaser takes out Trump and Saline takes out Tox. Ethics gonna be
This is that exact example of pacing. I mean, if you're going to walk into angles where a Car 98's just holding, you're probably going to get picked.
Yep.
Jump something, push something, make an aggressive play for that one extra round. And Ethics is going to get at least one kill out of. I can never remember what this area is called.
Oh, he's over by lockers or a cafe right there.
Cafe, there we go. That's what I was thinking. And Saline going to pick it up, and Ethics now in a 1v4 situation. This is the third time we've seen this, I believe. And Twisted's going to pick him up with a nice little ratata down mid with the Car 98K.
They gotta close the restaurant here. Send in the rat. Let's go.
Yeah, you know what? Absolutely deploy the Ratatouille strat. Let Tox take over.
I'm calling it right now. Tox for the play of the game right here.
Oh my, he's setting up a set nade for the ages. This better kill at least 4 players. If that does not kill at least 4 players, it was not worth it. And there's nothing.
He wasted his money.
Yeah, that is a nade. That is a nade that you need to hit. I mean, that was a very large amount of time that he spent setting that up as well. And he's gonna get taken down by Shank. Shank says, "Nuh-uh,
I'm the exterminator." And fucking Caseman turns it out.
And you know what? They are doing what they were supposed to do. They're starting to push a little bit faster. It's a 3v2 situation now. They have that advantage, and it's all up to Chaser.
Yeah,
Chaser is going to have to pick up minimum 2 kills. That is no kills, and Chaser is going to be down and out, Twisted in a 1v2 situation now from Back Panzer. From Back Panzer doesn't get the nade kill. He is now going to have to hit it raw. Has to hit 2 insane Car 98 shots more than likely, especially with the way that you're able to peek out of the B bomb site here. And he is not convinced. He says, you know what? I'm going to go front Panzer. I think I have a better shot coming from this gate.
Absolutely. And you know, Ethics is coaching these guys through. He's like, hey, just chill. We're going to win this. Just play time. This is the last round. This is all they need. They don't need a peek. As long as Trump re-peeks. Oh, wow.
He almost got that kill too.
Yeah.
Honest to goodness, that was almost the game right there with that M1. That was a nice shot, but Twisted's gonna have to make something happen. He literally has 7 seconds to get to the bomb site and kill 2 players, and it looks like that's gonna be the game, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not trying to call it early, but they're in 2 positions that are impossible to hold. Twisted's doing his best, and it's gonna be the game. That was masterfully displayed. 13-5 for Unknown Players. Alfredo not quite able to hold their own. Did a decent performance. Method definitely picked up a couple extra kills on the defensive side. But yeah, game 1. Going to Unknown Players. That's big time. And they're one of the favorites in the tournament, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.